People with more of a sensing trait will be more inclined to simply intake the information that there is a burning bush rather than questioning why it was burning. When God instructed Moses to set the Israelites free, he questioned God, saying, "Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt?" Exodus 3:11. Moses wondered why God wanted him to go to Egypt and how he would fit into the picture of what God had planned for the Israelites. Looking at the big picture and how everything connects is also an indicator of someone portraying the trait of intuition. Here's why I think Moses is feeling, making his third letter an F. Feelers make decisions based on personal values and how their actions might affect others. They are often warm and empathetic. When making the decision to obey God and return to Egypt, Moses likely turned to his feeling of genuinely wanting the Israelites to be free and the feeling of wanting to please and obey God. Moses was facing a murder charge in Egypt and knew it would be a risk to return there. He also was insecure about his speaking and did not want to address Pharaoh himself. Logically, or if he were a thinker over a feeler, it might not make sense for Moses to return to Egypt upon God's request. But I believe it was his feeling and conscience that led him to the decision to return. Another example is when Moses became angry with the Israelites, he smashed the tablets with the 10 Commandments on them. This is an example of Moses acting upon his emotion and feelings. Here is why I think Moses is perceiving, making his fourth letter a P. Perceivers are flexible and spontaneous. They often see deadlines as negotiable and like to improvise. We see Moses act accordingly a number of times. First, when God asked Moses to return to Egypt, although there was a murder charge over his head, he is flexible and spontaneous and obeys God. When he is supposed to speak with Pharaoh but can't, he is resourceful and improvises by having his brother speak on his behalf. When Moses is promised the promised land but has to wander the desert for 40 years, he is flexible with the deadline he had planned in his head. So what is an INFP? INFPs are nicknamed the mediator. Their strengths: they are loyal and devoted, sensitive to feelings, caring and interested in others, works well alone, values close relationships, good at seeing the big picture. Their weaknesses: they can be over-idealistic, tends to take everything personally, difficult to get to know, sometimes loses sight of the little things,